Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm Michelle with Prettiest Problem, and today I have a special video or a special topic. So recently I've been kind of on and off YouTube, but I like to come and do a YouTube video when something inspires me. I don't like to just kind of sit here and talk about whatever. Something has to like inspire me to come and make a video, or something that I want to tell you guys about or whatever. So, and then I can have it there on my YouTube and I can always refer back to it. That's just like how I like to do it. So today's video is about my spiritual journey and a little bit mental health as well. So if you're interested in hearing about a few techniques and things that I picked up along this little journey that I've been on, it's very new, but if you're interested in hearing about it, then stay tuned. So I don't know how to set this up, but I'm gonna go back in time. Pretty much I had a pretty normal childhood. I don't know what a normal childhood is, but in my opinion, I had a pretty normal childhood. I grew up in Brooklyn, New York, and I had a bunch of friends. I was very active in school. Nothing really traumatic ever happened to me like growing up. My mom and dad, they weren't together, but they were both in my life. And so I had a pretty normal childhood. I went to private school, and then I went to public school, and then I traveled to Atlanta in 2005 to go to college to be closer to my dad. And I just kind of found my way down here since I was about 17 years old. I've always been a pretty driven person. I've always been taught that I can do anything that I want when I put my mind to it. And, you know, I just always believed it because it's just the truth. So I never really had any like major things holding me back in life and things like that. So I'm saying all that to say that even with no traumatic past, you know, a pretty decent sense of yourself and a pretty positive outlook on life, life tends to happen. You can't really help when life happens to you. I'm still pretty young. I'm gonna be 32 in August. I'm married, I have children, we have a beautiful home. From the outside looking in, everything seems to be, you know, great. And honestly, I can't even lie, like I have a pretty dope life. So I enjoy my life. I feel like I've made my life what I want it to be, and the law of attraction is so real. Okay, with that being said, you still tend to go through some things. So for the past few months, my husband has been very, very ill, and ill to the point we didn't really know what was going on. The doctors couldn't really tell us what was going on, and you know, it just took a real toll on me. Obviously, it would take a toll on any family. I post a lot of my fitness videos, and I, you know, allude to the fact that fitness is my therapy, fitness is therapy. What I was referring to as therapy was just having that situation that I was going through. It was a very stressful situation. My husband had lost a lot of weight. He had some gastrointestinal problems, and he just lost a lot of weight. He kind of looked like he was fading away, and I had to keep it together. I had to keep it all together. I had to keep the house together, keep the kids together. My husband was really sick, so he was to a point where really he just needed everybody to be there for him. But as you may know, I mean, you have a lifestyle and you have a routine, and then when something comes in that changes that routine up, sometimes it can be stressful. It can be very stressful and traumatic to, you know, some people. So I just had to kind of deal with that and find ways to manage my stress in that situation and continue to be the same person that I am, try to keep things going and keep things, you know, on the up and up. So I found working out to really be a stress reliever for me. It was kind of weird how that happened because during the time that my husband had first gotten really sick, I was asked to be a J-Scope ambassador, and so, you know, now I'm talking about these belts more because I just love the belt. Everybody knows that. But then I felt kind of like working out was my therapy, and then also I got to promote these J-Scope belts. So it just kind of worked out, and it really forced me to continue my fitness journey. Not saying that I wouldn't have done it anyway, but it just helped, you know, in that respect. So anyway, I'm long-winded. So my husband was really sick, and I decided to seek out some therapy, which I had some issues previously, like just learning how to deal with life and deal with all of the different shoes you have to fill as an adult, you know, and all the different responsibilities you have, and it gets overwhelming sometimes. And so I wanted to do therapy a while ago, but once he got sick and he really, you know, I just felt it taking a toll on me. I really felt like I needed to start on my therapeutic journey. So I found a therapy, and I kind of shared this on my Instagram. If you're not following me, I would suggest that you follow me, because I try to share things like this, because a lot of people are going through this, and people don't realize how many people are going through similar situations. So anyway, follow me on Instagram. But I shared on my Instagram that I decided to seek out a therapist, and honestly, I feel like that was such an amazing decision. So I started going to therapy once a week. It just feels like a relief, like a release. Like you can go and talk about all of the things that are bothering you, or even if nothing is bothering you, or maybe you're just overwhelmed about things, and your therapist is there to kind of give you other ways of thinking of things. If something upsets you, maybe they show you a different way of looking at it to where you may not be upset, and things like that. So I feel like it's very important for people to seek out therapy, and you just never know how that would help you in your journey. And then also I decided to, and something, I don't even know really how this kind of came about, but one day my husband was really, really sick, and I was just looking for something to help kind of alleviate his agony, honestly. And so I don't know how I came across saging. So I decided to sage my home. Basically what saging is to clean the energy really on anything. I can't get too technical because I am very new to this whole idea, of things, but it intrigued me enough to want to go and get some sage and research a little bit. How do I do it? What is it for? What is the purpose? And things like that. So I decided to sage my home, and honestly, I kid you not, that day that I saged my home, as soon as I opened up the windows to release all of the sage smoke, it just felt like a weight was really, really lifted off of my shoulders. And so I would encourage you, if you have a space that just has been holding negative energy, or maybe something, we had a traumatic incident happen in our home in December, and that energy was definitely still in our home. So I definitely want to clear that energy. And just anything, if you have arguments, with someone, or if you had company over and you're just not sure about their energy, I would definitely encourage you to look up the practice of saging or smudging your home. It's very, very, I think, beneficial to me. I can definitely feel the difference in my home after I saged it. Also, if you like thrifting or things like that, it's really good to get rid of whatever energy those possessions or pieces are holding, because everything holds on to energy. And so I did that, and that kind of got me interested in more and starting to look into more spirituality things and just kind of find my way. After that, I met with one of my girlfriends, my good girlfriends, and she's really into crystals and spirituality as well. So she started talking to me about crystals and the benefits of having crystals and the different types of crystals and what they're for and things like that. So I started looking into that. And one day my husband was really feeling not good, and I was like, you know what, I'm going to run him a bath, help him to relax, calm down, because stress has a lot to do with illness as well. And so I decided to run him a bath and really, really soothe him out, and play some calming music and put these crystals around the tub. I kid you not. After I did that, I feel like his health started becoming better. Maybe it had nothing to do with the crystals and the relaxation techniques, but maybe it had everything to do with it. I don't know, because nothing else worked previously, and when I did that, it to have helped a lot. So I just kind of been getting into researching different crystals and their energies and the things that they're supposed to help with, and that's been really, really interesting. And then the last thing I wanted to kind of talk about was meditating. So I went to a women's meeting this past Sunday, and it's interesting that I got invited because I had just been opened up to these different techniques and way of looking at things. And so when I was invited to this workshop, it was all about spirituality and, different techniques and things that you can do to keep your energy high, to keep your vibrations high, to cleanse the energy around you, and just, a different approach at wellness. In the workshop we talked about crystals, we talked about smudging and saging your home, we talked about a spray cleanse, which I have here. We made our own spray cleanse that you can spray on yourself, spray on other people, spray on objects, and help to cleanse the energy. And then also we did a little exercise called journeying. And basically it's a guided meditation, and you're able to meet with someone, I don't want to say in your mind, but it's really in your mind. This journeying thing really, really got me drawn in because of who I saw when I went into this place. And after that, I started doing a little bit more meditating. The meditating that I've been doing has really just been to raise my vibrations. I don't want to get too deep into like vibrations and things. I'm sure a lot of people know about that. It's still new to me, so I'm still learning and seeking information. But I have noticed a significant difference in my home as I'm saging it and I'm playing higher vibration music to raise the energy in my home. I can definitely feel a difference. And I listen to it on the way to work in the morning, and then also after my workouts, I have been like sitting in the sauna and listening to a higher vibration music just to kind of raise my vibrations basically. And when I tell you, like literally today, this morning, I did that and I sat in the sauna for about 10-12 minutes listening to that music. I came out of the sauna feeling so almost high, like euphoric almost. I didn't do anything. I just laid there and played the music and just listened to it and let my mind take me wherever it decided to go. And just remembering to be grateful. Gratitude is like a big thing, and it's so humbling to just be grateful for everything. There's so many people out there that are struggling and they're still grateful, and we are in America and we have this opportunity to really make whatever life that we want to make, and people still are depressed, anxious, you know. And so it's like you have to find ways to be grateful, and I find that to be so humbling and so like inspiring, just to be grateful for what you have and like the life that you have and that you can create. You can be grateful for things that you don't have or things that are not your situation, but you can have that. It's not to be materialistic. You even grateful for the sun, and you grateful that you're still alive. You can be grateful for anything, for waking up this morning. Try to be more positive. I've always been a person who's been glass half full girl. I focus on the positives always. My whole life, I can always remember just being positive, like thinking about the better situation, not dwelling on the negativity. And that I feel like has helped me a lot in my journey and to even creating the life that I want and creating the life that I've created. It has a lot to do with being positive and focus on positive. So I feel like meditating just is another way for you to stop, not focus on all the hustle and bustle, and just take a moment to be grateful. You don't have to sit there and do ohms or, you know, anything. Just take some time to put your phone down and have a moment to yourself and just be grateful. You would be so surprised at how lifted you feel after. I would definitely suggest that everybody look into meditating or look into raising your vibrations. And I'm gonna link a video down below that has really helped me. And literally when I listen to this for 10, 15, 20 minutes, I feel lifted. I feel literally, I left the gym today feeling high. Like I was really feeling so light and high and vibrant and like chill. Y'all, it's crazy. So this is only the beginning of my journey. I am very excited about looking into more things, and I would love to share it with you if you guys are interested. Today I discussed saging and smudging my home, which I will leave a video in the description on like how to do it so that you don't do it in the improper way, and then also about a little bit about crystals, and then also meditating. So those are the 3 things that I've kind of been into lately, and I'm really excited about it because for me it feels eye-opening. It feels like this, I've been missing out on this, but I feel like I'm getting older, you know, and you start to explore new things and, you know, just find different avenues for yourself in life. I'm excited to be able to share it with other people, and I'm hoping that it will help someone else. And also, if you do these things, comment down below some of your techniques and how long you've been doing it and how it's helped you, because I feel like we can all help each other in this journey called life. So I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope I didn't talk too much because I know I can go on and on. It's getting a little bit long. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to thumbs up, subscribe, and I'll catch you guys in my next video. Bye.